Okay, yeah, till the last credit here with our review for the long-awaited, way overdue season premiere of Samurai Jack Season 5. Jack is back and he's better than ever. I'm Darren Leslie Jr. I'll be your host today for this episode. And I'm joined here today by Miller Farrell. Miller, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yep, me and Miller are in the Till the Last Credit crew. I guess we are the only Samurai Jack fans. We're not uber fans of the show, but it was around when we were growing up. We watched a few episodes, and it stayed within our conscience, and we really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, Miller, how does your Samurai Jack fandom go?
It was just something that I thought was a cool story, and I don't watch a ton of anime, but that was one of the shows I did watch, and I always just thought it did a good job, like, conveying, like, okay, this is a man who's broken, who's been through a lot, who he just wants to go back home to his time period.
Yeah, it's somewhat it's somewhat similar to me as well. And it's just it was just a fun show growing up, and I've kind of ever since it was announced once again, because I've heard rumblings they try to do a movie. They've been trying to get this thing back.
They did like a comic book series or something, but that didn't really take off.
Yeah, and they've been trying to get this thing back on track, but as hearing it was coming back, that kind of made me search through it as an adult, and it's the thing that's touched me as an adult. And, as we get into the review of the episode, I'll bring this up as well. It's a funny show. It's a scary show. It's an emotional show. Like you said, Miller, it's really about a very broken guy trying to make it through this landscape. And he's broken, but he's also, in the previous series, he's inspiring people. And, the people who you meet along the way, some of them are very evil, some of them are very good, but they're all very memorable. And, Ku is a fantastic villain. So, yeah, that's one of the things that really touched me about the show. And finally, it's back once again. Genndy Tartakovsky, a very underrated talent. Don't judge him off the Hotel Transylvania movies aren't half bad either. But he's a very, very talented guy. He's back behind this show. In this episode, it picks up. Jack's been the season premiere of season 5. Jack has been wandering the land for the last 50 years. We realize he's somewhat immortal. I guess him being thrown through time has messed with his physiology, so he can't really age. And he's he can't age from the outside. I think he's aging on the inside because he's losing it a little bit. Miller, this episode picks up 50 years. And Miller, what'd you think about the season premiere of Samurai Jack Season 5? Your initial thoughts.
I really liked it. It felt like going back in time because it felt there, because a lot of times with revivals, I mean, kind of what happened with Gilmore Girls, which it wasn't something that I could help because it's been a long time since the show's been back, and I think this also helps because it's being animated, obviously, but this felt like a show that, like, not that it needed to, but it felt like a show that it could have been aired a year after the fourth season. Like, it felt very consistent and very in the same vein as that. And like you were saying, it was keeping up tonally with the series and how it's funny, scary, emotional. Like, it just evokes a lot of different tones, which is really impressive for a series like this that could just be, like, very deadly serious. But yeah, it's really impressive that they were able to keep that consistency going, and just all the different types of tones and emotions they're able to evoke from this series. And the actor who played Samurai Jack, because he returned, he just slipped right back into that role, and it just felt like watching another episode of Samurai Jack. Yeah, it felt like no time has passed.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, especially the ending of this episode absolutely reminded me of this is it ended so fucking abruptly, but the older episodes, they ended abruptly as well, because that's why I messaged Miller afterward. I was just like, wait, is that it? And he's just like, yeah, why are you asking? So I mean,
by the time I read that, the credits were on, so I'm like, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, because it was just like, oh wait, it's over. But if you look back at the older episodes, that's how they ended. Some of them were just like, it's over. So Yeah, I really liked getting back into this. It's really funny that this opens a week after Logan, because they're kind of within the same, like, just two really broken guys, and Jack is just really giving up. And he has a reason to give up, because the only thing that can kill Aku is gone. Oh, wait, are we getting into spoilers?
I mean, we can, yeah.
Right, well, I guess this isn't. Would you consider this a spoiler? Like, his sword?
Well, that happened in the original series, right?
I know.
It didn't? Oh, okay. I thought that the scene they showed, because I can't remember that much, but I thought the scene that they showed was a flashback. But I mean, I wouldn't really say that's a spoiler, because
okay, well, I mean, if
you've seen the trailer, he has a gun.
Yeah, if you've seen any of the marketing materials, Jack's sword is gone. This is going to spoilers.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, sorry, we're just, maybe the next few episodes won't be spoilers, but yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna go into it. But yeah, Jack's sword is gone. And he has a reason, because that's the only thing that can stop Aku, and it's gone. And he just pretty much receded into himself, but he's also losing his fucking mind. I mean, Miller, how did you feel about those visions? Because at first I was like, I don't know, but then they started getting more disturbing, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm down. Especially because the farther he got from what he was actually being that good person, the worse they got. So, how did you feel about those, those fever dreams, if you will?
I really liked them. Like, it was something like kind of what you were saying. At first I was like, they might go a little bit too much with this. But I'm really into them, and I like how, like, just... They do a good job of putting you in Jack's psyche of, like, they're getting weirder and weirder as he's going down the rabbit hole. And then it's just making you really feel for this guy. He's been to hell and back. Just trying to just have this villain, well, not really hell and back, because he's back at, but to just have this villain ruin his life. So yeah, I think they did a good job of putting you in that position he's in. Yeah,
and also we got introduced to some brand new villains or villainesses, which this really, like, I've heard rumblings. I listened to a review from IGN, and I've heard rumblings of what this scene would entail, that it would be very disturbing, and they underplayed that shit, because I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I guess that woman had 7 kids, and then those kids, and you feel, I'm glad, a lot of them, you cannot undermine sympathizing with a villain. Sometimes, like, you really get, like, these are kids that are really just, they're child soldiers, and they're beaten into this life of, like, and they're twisted into a way like, oh, Samurai Jack is the bad guy, Aku is the Lord and Master, and whatever. And they're beaten into this life, and you really feel for them, and they just turn out. And it's a nice twist on things, because Jack has only ever fought robots and cyborgs. And sending these people after him, that's a nice little twist of things, because these are very formidable foes that are human. That's going to add a little bit more of a conflict toward him, because he might have to kill some of these kids. And we're going to feel a little taken aback, because Jack, we've seen how these kids were raised, so it's going to be like, it's not really their fault, because they were kind of pushed into this. But I really like that entire sequence of their birthing and their training. I like them cutting back and forth, because it really sets up the next few episodes. How did you feel about the new villainesses being introduced?
I completely agree. I thought stylistically they were awesome, and I love what they did with the animation and or maybe just more so the editing. But yeah, I completely agree about what you're saying with the villainesses. Just how it's going to be a really interesting conflict for Jack to overcome, just because of who he's had to fight in the past.
Yeah, and speaking of people he has to fight, how did you feel about the main villain of this episode, the Whistler guy?
I liked him. I thought he tapped into what you were saying earlier about the comedy and being scary, and I thought he was handled that really well. When he showed up, I was kind of like, I don't know what this, like, how this is gonna work. But he was in the original show, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
He seems he kind of reminded me of something, but maybe he's just another villain I've seen in something else. But yeah, I really liked him. I was kind of, yeah, like I said, I was kind of scared with him being like, it seemed like he could have been too comedic, but I thought they hit that balance well.
Yeah, and like I said, me and Miller are not uber friends. We're just fans. But yeah,
I've seen the show for a while.
Yeah, but I really liked him. He was a really fun guy, and I like how he was kind of like tormenting Jack. And we got to hear Aku. I didn't expect that. I thought he was not in this episode at all. But we got to hear the new guy voicing him. Rest in peace, Mako. But yeah, we got to hear the new guy voicing him, and I like that. The fight was great. I like the tone. The little tone sword thing, and I like how Jack took it from him, and I just like how Jack was just like, fuck you, bye-bye, and killed him. Yeah, I really like that fight. And the animation, you pointed that out earlier, the animation throughout this episode was fantastic. But yeah, this is just a nice little, and that villain, like you said, it felt like a throwback. He might have popped up in an episode before, me and you don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell us, or we'll look it up later. But yeah, he felt like a very good throwback villain. But yeah, let's have one more question before we wrap this up. I just want to, because we also do a review of Big Little Lies, and on Big Little Lies we do a little estimation poll or whatever on like who kills who in that show. But on this one, I wanted to ask you, Miller, who is that guy in the green smoke?
Ooh,
like who is that guy that Jack keeps on seeing? Or girl, or whatever that warrior is that Jack keeps on seeing.
See, I feel like it would be someone from the original show, but I don't remember enough. But do you have any idea?
No, I think I don't know. I don't think won't say he's someone from the original show. When I was watching some of the trailers, I thought that was a coup, but I don't think that is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they want to get really crazy, it could be like one of his family members or something.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that'd be bad.
Just depending on where they want to take this.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna die at the end of this?
I kind of think so, but I don't know if I want him to. I think however they'll do it will be satisfying, but I'd like to see him have a happy ending.
That'd be nice, yeah, because he's just like that. He's just a guy who wants to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also he's not only thinking about himself too, because he wants to go back in time and kill Aku to stop all of this stuff from happening.
Yeah.
But if you think of multiverse theory, there'll just be an alternate universe. But whatever. But yeah. So overall thoughts on this on Samurai Jack, the season. I don't know what the hell this episode's called. It was episode VI something something something.
Yeah, they're all in Roman numeral.
Yeah, what did you think of the season premiere of the season 5 premiere of Samurai Jack?
I'm really into it. I'm looking forward to the rest of it and really curious to see how they'll wrap this all up. It's nice that we're just like, okay, we're getting a chance to do this again, and we're just going to finish it. There we go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I loved this episode. It was great. It was nice. And it reminded me about how the abrupt ending at first, I was like, what? And then I was just like, no, this is Samurai... Oh, sorry. Sorry. But I was like, yeah, this is Samurai Jack. And it leads into new things. It shows a lot without telling you. The animation is great, and it's just nice to be back in this world. Because like you said, it's just like we just picked up from... It just feels like you're back home. It feels like you got into a time machine, like you said. It feels like we're back, and I'm really, really glad this show's back, and I'm glad that this is a definitive ending. This isn't like, we got 3 more seasons. It's just like, no, these 10 episodes, this is the end of the journey. This is the end of the line. So I'm really happy about that, and yeah, so me and Miller really enjoyed the season 5 premiere of Samurai Jack. Please leave some comments down there below for us. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you like hearing us talk about movies on Till the Last Credit or on TV shows or about TV shows, please hit that subscribe button. So, Miller, where can people find you?
You can find me at Miller Farrell on Twitter.
And you guys can always find this video. We'll be doing reviews. We'll be doing reviews for Samurai Jack for each episode in this 10 episode duration. You'll be able to find them around like 12 a.m. a little while after we record them. So about late Saturday night, early Sunday mornings, you'll be able to find them. And you can find me on Twitter at Darren Lacey Jr. And you can find me at Darren Lacey Jr. You can find me here at Till Last Credit, and you can also find me at Darren Lacey Jr.'s Reviews. with all that being said, this is Till Last Credit, and we'll catch you guys next time.